Here you can see the graphical front end to Elemendar's read, which is a way to ingest CyberThreat Intel reports, which have been published in unstructured formats. These could be HTML pages, which you can enter through their URLs here directly. It can be any text that you simply paste into whatever source you receive it from, or an uploaded file in HTML or PDF formats. Read will ingest those documents and produce an automatically annotated report using machine learning models, which perform named entity recognition and relationship extraction, and then translates those into an output of SDOs, SROs, as well as MITRE ATT&CK patterns in STIX2 format. The first thing to do here is to upload a file. Here's one about Fin6 that was published by Visa. I'm adding it to the queue for upload. You can see it's now being uploaded and being processed. While we do that, I'll briefly show you the report. There's quite a lot of text within this report. There's diagrams, table of indicators, and other information. So the report's now moved to the extracting stage, and it's now ready to be analysed. So it's a chunky report. Read has extracted 122 entities, as you can see in the legend, and also the data pane here on the right. I can now use the app to go through the report as a human analyst and make corrections or add anything that I want to annotate which wasn't extracted. I can also see that there's a number of relationships that have been extracted from the report, and right now they're hidden for clarity. In this case, I'm not interested in the relationships, so I will delete them to make the document easier to process. That number now goes to 0. Starting at the top, the word situational here is clearly an error, so I will reject it. You can now see that the green word situational has moved from the unconfirmed entities to the rejected ones. The Fin6 threat actor is definitely one I'm interested in. It's correct, but it also appears a lot of times, so to make it more efficient, I'll accept all of the instances of Fin6, which you can now see have moved under the accepted entities. This head threat actor here is an error, so we'll reject it. There's a MITRE ATT&CK pattern. It refers to the HTTP standard application layer protocol, so we'll accept this one. There's something labelled as a malware, which shouldn't be one, so we'll reject that too. Looking at all those indicators, a couple of those domains aren't labelled, so I'll add them as malicious domains. Metasploit, PowerShell are indeed tools, that's correct. So there's a lot of indicators in this section of the document. All the indicators look right, with the exception of this file, which is a legitimate tool, and this email address. I'll accept the indicators selected so far and reject this incorrect one. We have a report which includes Fin6 as a threat actor, Metasploit and PowerShell as our tools of interest, and a long list of indicators, as well as MITRE ATT&CK patterns. This is what I was looking for to get out of the report, so I'm actually quite satisfied. And I will now generate a STIX bundle and download it. I can now open it and see that there are some valid looking sticks, which I'll leave to a machine to pass from this point. If I were interested in other entities, I could continue to confirm, accept, reject, and so on, as well as add new relationships. So I'll go back now. At this point, I can leave the report open for someone else to analyse later, or I can come back to it and do more of an in-depth analysis, or drag it over to the completed column, in which case this STIX bundle will actually be pushed through any configured API points or taxi server or any MISP interfaces which have been configured.